A very good morning, students. Yesterday, we have finished with the first unit of employability skills. It was communication skills. So, today, we are going to start with the second unit of employability skills, that is the self management skills. The very first thing that you should know, what do you mean by em- employability skills, and in that, what is the role of self management skills? The name itself indicates managing ourselves. Okay, you are the manager of yourself, means you will have to manage your behavior, your work, everything that is related with you with a specific skill which will affect on yourself also and others also. That skill is known as the self management skills. It reflects many things of your life. That means building a self confidence and many more things that can be managed if you have enough self management skills. So let us move towards the contents of this lesson. The introduction is given over here. Self management, which is also referred to as self control or self regulation, it is the ability to regulate one's emotions, thoughts, and behavior effectively in different situations. This includes motivating oneself and setting and working towards personal and academic goals. Now, in case of students with a strong self management skills are able to do different activities effectively, including managing their timelines, focusing on their task, cooperating with others in school and at home, and perform better in their studies. It helps in future studies also, in their work also, and life also. So the here they have given a brief introduction related to the self management and why it is necessary to have the self management skills. So next we are going to see this session related with that self management skill, that is the introduction to self management. Now, after writing in an exam, you ever felt that you should have studied more? Do you think that you could manage your hobbies, interest, and studies better if you could manage your time well? Self management involves understanding yourself, understanding what your interests and abilities are. Now, here they have given one diagram which will explain you very in better way. Having a positive attitude and grooming yourself in order to develop self confidence. Look, the very basic step of self management is having positive attitude and grooming yourself. Now, what do you mean by grooming? That we are going to see in the next table itself. Okay, now the self management can also help in developing good habits, overcoming bad habits, reaching your goals, overcoming challenges and difficulties. Being able to manage yourself helps you to avoid stress and provides the opportunities to get involved in fun activities. Okay, means what? Here, if you observe the diagram, that particular person has spirit, having healthy mind and body, and having control over the emotions. Therefore, that particular person in shown in picture is in control, means that person has the perfect self management. Okay, so in this way you can understand it. Here you can ask yourself, who am I? Do I have enough spirit to do the particular task? Do I have enough sound body and sound mind to perform the task? Can I control myself in any difficult situation? Means, can you control your emotions in any difficult situation? So that is known as the self management. Now these are certain factors that affects or influences the self management. That means the spirit, mind, body, and emotions. Then only you can say, if all these things are there in coordination with each other, then you can say, I am organized. I am organized means uh, a particular confidence level will be increased in your side, so that you can say, I am organized, well organized. Okay, then if you have these factors in a ample amount, then you can develop your good habits and you can overcome the bad habits. It will be easy for you people to reach your goals, and you can overcome the challenges and difficulties that you are going to face in your life. Okay, so that is the self management. Now they have given self management skills include the following. These are certain skills that they have mentioned. Self awareness. Now, if you want to be self managed, then you must know about yourself. How you know yourself? That is self awareness. Knowing yourself as an individual, your values, likes and dislikes, strengths and weaknesses, that you must know. Okay, that is the self awareness. Next is the self control, ability to control your behavior and discipline. Here this is very much important. Self control is very much important. Sometimes you people overreact to any uh, situation that happens in front of you. Suppose any teacher tells you something which you don't like. At that time, what happens? You overreact towards the teacher. And what happens then? It creates the bad impression in front of the teacher. So, that is the self control. You should have enough patience to face that particular situation. You should be able to listen properly to the others that they are telling you something. That is known as the self control. Means, if you are a good listener, then you can have the self control. Okay, next, self confidence, believing in yourself that you can do any task that is given to you and not scared of taking risk. All of you know what is self confidence. Okay, knowing our ability, that is known as the self confidence, and believing ourselves, that is the self confidence. Next is problem solving. Whenever any situation arises in front of you or any problem arises in front of you, at that time you must be able to understand the problem and find the solution by using step by step methods. Then only it will be possible uh, to overcome on your emotions and behavior. Because sometimes what happens, if the problem arises in front of you and you don't know anything about it, then what will happen, you will lose your temper. Okay, so at that time you should try to find the solution in the step by step method. Okay, next is self motivation. Doing task on your own without any external motivation. Self motivation is very much important. Why? Because if self motivation is there, you are going to do that particular work or complete that particular work from your side. ओके, अगर कोई दूसरा आपको बता रहा है उसी लिए आप कर रहे हो, देन दैट वर्क विल नॉट बी वेरी मच प्रॉपर. If you feel that this work should be done in this particular way, then only it is possible to get succeed in that particular work. So therefore self motivation is very much important. Next is personal hygiene and grooming. Now as I told you before that grooming here, grooming yourself in order to develop self confidence, positive attitude and grooming. So here grooming means what? Keeping oneself clean, healthy and smart. Look, uh, your look in front of others, it also creates an impression. I'm not talking about the physical look, how you look, either handsome or beautiful. That is not necessary over here. Your attire means which types of clothes you have and whether they are ironed or not. Your nails are well cut and clean or not, also your hairstyle, etc. All these things comes under that grooming, personal hygiene and grooming, which creates the positive impression in front of others and which also helps you to build your confidence. Therefore it is necessary to do personal hygiene and grooming. Next is the positive thinking, expressing certainty or affirmation even in tough situations. That is the positive thinking. Positive thinking, positive attitude, both are same. Teamwork, working together with people to accomplish shared goals, it is very much important thing. Teamwork, there should be a good coordination and cooperation with your teammates, which will help us to accomplish the shared goals. Okay, that is very important. Means how you behave in team, that helps to improve our self management. Next is time management. You must have ability to manage your time. You should not get engaged in your work only. You should give a specific time to your hobbies also, that is expected. Okay, or you should not engage fully in your hobbies so that you will forget about your uh, work. So this should not be happen, therefore time management is there. Okay, also if you observe in our daily life, school gives you timetable. Means what? For that particular stipulated time you will have to study that particular subject. Yes, so means what, your mind will be engaged for that particular topic or subject. That is known as a time management. Means what, it becomes easy for you people to achieve the task on time and according to the plan. Okay, next is goal setting. Planning concrete goals to be accomplished within a set of time frame. This is also very much important. Okay, if you have the target, then only it is possible from your side to plan a concrete goal, and that can be accomplished within the set time frame. Okay, so these are certain self management skills that you should have and you should know. So we will move towards the exercise here. MCQs. Which of the following is not a self management skills? Problem solving, yes, it is there. Bargaining, it is not the self management skill. So option B. Grooming is a term associated with time management, problem solving, neat and clean appearance, self management. Option C, neat and clean appearance. So option C is correct. Next, short answer questions. Write a short note on factors influencing self management. Now look, the factors that influence the self management are, I have mentioned it here. Yes, these factors that influence self management: body, emotions, spirit, and mind. Now, while writing the note, you should mention spirit. Means what? The skill must be there, then only you will able to perform that task. Mind, your mind should be strong enough, and it should be stable enough to face the situation. Next is body. Your body should have that much capability to face the load that will be needed in that particular work. If it is a physical work, then your body should be capable enough to handle that situation. And next is emotions. You should be able to control your emotions, then only it is possible to uh, accomplish a task. Okay, so these are the factors that influence the self management. Second question, list any 5 self management skills. Now, problem solving, understanding self confidence, then time management, goal setting goals, etc. All these are the self management skills. Draw an outline of your right hand and label each finger with different factors that influence you in managing yourself. Now, the factors uh, which affects you while managing yourself, that you have to label to each your finger. Okay, so this is the homework that you have to do. Let us move towards the second session, strengths and weakness. Strength and weakness. What do you mean by strength? Strength means having enough confidence to do that particular task is the strength. And weakness is not having enough knowledge or confidence related with any task, that is known as the weakness. Okay, in short, I have told you. Now, here, have you ever wondered why you get good marks in one subject and not so good in another? Knowing what you do well or not so well will help you converting your weaknesses into strengths and strengths into exceptional performance. Means what? When you come to know about the marks, if the marks are better enough, then what will happen? You will perform well, or you will try to perform more than expected in the next exam. And what if you get uh, below average marks, or the marks less than expectation, then what will happen? You will come to know that how you are going to perform well. How will you perform well, or how will you try to perform well, so that in the next exam the marks will be better enough. Means what? Here your weakness is converting into strength when you get less marks, and when you get uh, good marks than expectations, then you will then the strength will get converted into exceptional performance, means outstanding performance. Okay. Now the strength and weakness analysis helps you in this process. Strength and weakness analysis begins with knowing yourself first. Knowing yourself means what? It means understanding who you are, knowing your ability, knowing your likes, dislikes, and your beliefs. Okay, what are your opinions? What is your background? What do you do well, and what do you not do well? It is important to know who you are, because only then you can measure your strength and weakness. Now in self management skills, introduction to self management skills, that means in this last session, recently we have discussed about knowing yourself, means knowing your ability. Here on the right side they have given examples of strength and examples of weaknesses. Just read those, you will come to know the difference. Now, strength and weakness analysis. Being self-aware or understanding who am I means looking outside our usual characteristic, such as our name, qualification, and the relationship we have with others. It actually means knowing our inner strengths, hidden talents, skills, and even weaknesses. Let us look at what we could be our uh, strength and weaknesses. The strengths are what we do well and are good at. Everyone has some strengths. Weakness. Weakness, also known as areas of improvement, means what? The areas in which you need the improvement, those are known as the weaknesses. What we do not do well and are not good at are the weaknesses. Everyone has some weaknesses too. Not every person is perfect in this world. Some have strengths in particular area, but the same person may have weakness in other areas. Okay. Now by understanding it ourselves, we can know what we can and we cannot do. मतलब हम क्या कर सकते हैं और क्या नहीं कर सकते हैं, वो हमें कब पता चलेगा? जब हम खुद को पहचानेंगे तब. Next, based on that information, we can plan what and how we can improve ourselves. जब हमें पता चलेगा कि हमने हम खुद को पहचान लिया है, तो हमें उस इंफॉर्मेशन के हेल्प से हम प्लान कर सकते हैं कि हम कैसी टास्क परफॉर्म करेंगे, सो दैट वी विल improve ourselves. Okay. And By improving, we will able to get the confidence about ourselves. Okay, means what? If you practice well, you will get enough confidence to perform, and when you perform well, and then there will be the exceptional performance. Okay, so therefore try to understand yourself first. Based on that, you have to plan about the task that you are going to perform, and after accomplishing the task, you will feel confident enough. Okay, next, identifying strengths. Take time off to think about what you do well. Think of anything that you are always good at. Think about what others appreciate about you. Now, look, generally, whenever you get the appreciation, at that time, the confidence gets increased inside you. Yes or no? So, therefore, whenever you want to know about your strength, what you have to do, the area in which you feel that you are perfect or you can do well. Next, think of anything that you are always good at. आप कौन से काम में हमेशा अच्छा परफॉर्म करते आ रहे हो, उसके बारे में सोचो, and think about what others appreciate about you. As I told you, the appreciation improves the confidence. Therefore, whenever people appreciate you, at that time, just think or remind that how you performed in that particular performance, so that the peoples were appreciating you. Now, identifying weaknesses. Point out the areas where you struggle and what you find difficult to do. Identifying weakness is a somewhat difficult task. Why? Because you, whenever you perform anything, at that time you are not able to see your performance. So, therefore, it becomes sometimes difficult to point out the areas where you struggle and what you find difficult to do. Whenever you get stuck uh, in any performance, at that time you will come to know your weakness. But there are certain points where the other peoples can point out. So at that time you have to accept those mistakes that are done by you. Okay, next, look at the feedback you receive from others. As I told you, whenever anyone points out any mistake, you have to accept it. Next, be open to feedback and accept your weaknesses without feeling small about it. Means you should not uh, get afraid of getting negative feedback. Those negative feedbacks will be helpful for you people to improve yourself in future. Okay, so you should be open to the feedback, and you should accept your weakness without feeling small about it. Look at it as the area of improvement. It should be your area of improvement. Next, here are some questions that help you to find your strengths and weaknesses. How am I different from others? What do I do better than others? Uh, where do I worry and struggle? Now look, that the questions which are there in that blue cloud, those questions are related with your strengths, and the questions which are there in the red cloud are from the weaknesses. Now here they have given the difference between interest and ability. Now interest means what? The activities which makes you happy, the activities you are curious about or would do even if no one asked you to do it. ओके मतलब कोई आपको बताता नहीं फिर भी आप जो एक्टिविटी कर रहे हो, दैट इज़ नोन एज द इंटरेस्ट. ओके फॉर एग्जांपल किसी को ड्राइंग में इंटरेस्ट है तो कोई आपको बताएगा भी नहीं फिर भी आप कुछ ना कुछ ड्राइंग करते रहोगे. यस और नो? एंड किसी को ड्राइंग में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, सिर्फ आपको वो एज द एकेडमिक पार्ट आपको अगर वो ड्राइंग कंप्लीट करना है तो आप कैसे तो ड्राइंग करोगी. यस मीन्स व्हाट? इफ़ यू हैव इंटरेस्ट यू कैन डू even if no one tells you to do it. Okay, that is the interest. Now interest, here they have told activities you want to learn or would like to do in the future. What is interest? The activities you want to learn or would like to do in the future. Now here they have explained about the ability. Ability, on the other hand, is an acquired or natural capacity that enables an individual to perform a particular job or task with a considerable proficiency. Proficiency means efficiency, effectiveness. Sometimes interest may not match abilities. In those cases, you can either improve your abilities or follow some other path. For example, you may like cricket, but you may not be able to play due to the necessary power or skill, that is the ability. Look, you may like cricket means you have interest in it, but you may not be able to play because you don't have enough power or skill related with it. Skill is not there means ability is not there which is required to play the game. So in that case it is not necessary to try to become a cricketer. Means what? If you don't have ability, don't work in that particular field. If even if you have interest, but because of not having enough ability, you will definitely get failed. Okay, so ability and interest, if both are there, then only it is possible to do better in that particular field. Now here they have given certain, just wait now, exercise we are going to see. Sorry for disturbance. Yes. Now for our identifying strengths and weaknesses or interest and abilities, they have given the worksheets. What are my interest? Worksheet 1, you have to fill yes or no, you have to answer in this way. And suppose you love to make new friends, if yes, then tick in front of yes. So in this way you have to solve these exercises. What are my abilities? Here also the abilities are there. I'm good at athletics or sports. If yes, you can tick yes. I'm physically active, yes or no, like that. So you have to do that. And here check your progress. Fill in the table given below, which can help you to prepare an action plan to overcome your weakness. Identify and list the activities that you would like to undertake to improve upon your weaknesses and continue to build your strengths. Now, here strengths and weaknesses that you have to mention, and in case of weaknesses, what action plan you are going to do to overcome your weakness that you have to mention. So, if you think that this content were useful for you, just like it and subscribe it. Thank you.